Welcome to the first show of the Holla podcast. I'm your host, Tajari Green. This is a sports podcast centered around the NBA, but I won't be just limited to talking about just sports. I'll also talk about the things that go on in the entertainment industry and hot topics as well, that just got the people, talking, got everything buzzing. So now that we got that out the way, I'll just hop straight into it. We got to talk about the trades that happened in the NBA, man. First, let's go with the Luka to the Lakers and then Anthony Davis to the Mavericks. Then we also got to talk about De'Aaron Fox to the Spurs and Zach LaVine to the Kings. Along with that, I just found out breaking news today that the Bucks have traded for Kyle Kuzma as well. And then after I speak about that, I also talk about how I heard something that Zion Williamson said about how he would love to play back-to-backs, but the Pelicans is not allowing him to. So I got a couple of thoughts about that I think, is it the players or is it the management at the higher-ups that's controlling the way these players are playing? And then after that, we'll speak about the Super Bowl. Got to talk about Super Bowl. So first, this Luka to the Lakers trade, man. I was asleep when I found out about it. I woke up and I looked at the text from my cousin, and I couldn't believe it. Like, I thought it was fake, but then I seen the Bleacher Report from Shams, and everything seemed to be true. So let's talk about the Lakers side of things first. I believe that this was more so a business move than anything. Like, the Lakers definitely secured their future. They don't have to worry about anything coming on to the future. Like, you traded for a superstar, top 3 talent, MVP. Like, this guy, he got years to go still. And it made me wonder, like, why would Dallas do this? Like, why would they trade their cornerstone, their franchise player? But when you listen to the GM, Nico Harrison, he says that he feels that Dallas is ready to win now. And Anthony Davis gives them that opportunity. So at the end of the day, like, the NBA is a business, so LeBron is on his way out. There's no doubt about that. He on his way out. But he been a face for so long. But the Lakers, they need a face that's gonna keep this thing rolling. The NBA needs a face that's gonna keep this thing rolling. So what better to get a superstar like a Luka Doncic? My only thing that I was concerned about was, like, when Dallas was open to trading Luka, why not reach out into, like, just put that out there, because you never know what you could have got for him. But they said they wanted Anthony Davis because they feel like he's the player that would help them get to where they want to be, which is a championship. So, but like I said, it's a business. Like, the Bulls, the Lakers, the Celtics, the Warriors, Philadelphia, like, when these teams are booming and, like, they got it going on, the NBA is at its best, and the ratings have been low, so it's understandable why they made this move. So that's just the business aspect of things. But now let's hop into the basketball side of things. When I first seen it and I thought about it, I was like, why would they do this? Because in a sense, you're losing LeBron's running mate, who gives him a chance to win another championship, but you're bringing in another guy who plays just similar to LeBron. And I don't really understand how that's gonna work, because you got 2 guys who are ball dominant. LeBron's success to winning, it comes from having an off-ball guard like a Kyrie Irving, like a Dwayne Wade, and a big man like Anthony Davis. But when he played with somebody who's ball dominant just like him, it tends to not work out, like a D'Angelo Russell or Russell Westbrook. But I mean, I feel like the Lakers they're not really worried about right now. They worry about the future, and they basically told him, like, hey bro, we not moving on your time. So that's understandable. I get that. So moving forward, for all you Lakers fans, y'all think y'all finna win right now, it ain't happening. I'm gonna tell you right now, y'all ain't got a chance in hell. It ain't happening. But in the future, for sure. But you gotta adjust, like, you gotta make some adjustments. Definitely gotta get a big man, because you're not gonna replace what Anthony Davis did, which is why I don't understand why when negotiating the trade, you didn't ask for Derek Lively or Gafford or something to just kind of fill that void. But I mean, you got 10 years with Luka Doncic. He's only 25. All right, so we'll see. We'll see how that works out. I'm not really too sure if I really like the move for right now while you have LeBron, but hey, it makes sense to secure that future and have that start because Luka's about to get marketed. They about to market Luka all over the world, and yes, he missed out on I believe 117 million, but he gonna make that back in LA, and so it makes sense. And when I first, like I said, when I first seen it, I was like, dang, especially if Bron didn't know. It's hard for me to believe that LeBron James didn't know about the trade, but if he didn't know, it would kind of be like, dang, why wouldn't I, I'll get me up out of here too, because I want to win. I just had a triple-double the night y'all decided to do this trade, so, I'm still in my prime, and it's crazy to say at 40, so, but, I mean, it's coming reports that he's fine with it. He see no problem, so, I mean, maybe he think that they could win. We just have to see. Now, let's move to the Mavericks side of things. I personally believe this, like Nico Harrison said, this team is built to win now, and getting a top talent like Anthony Davis, like a top 5 all-world player, all-defensive player, he pushes the needle. And it kind of sucks that they traded him for Luka because he gonna get a lot of flack, he gonna get a lot of hate, but we gotta remember, this man averaging 26 and 12. It ain't too many people doing that. When AD healthy, he an all-world center, all-world big, whatever you want to call it. So, to be quite honest, I think he pushes the needle. He helps them out, and people forgetting that he been begging to play the 4. He been asking LA, let me get another big. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what helped us win. That's what we got to where we needed to be, and he definitely got another big. He got 2 on him now. He got Gafford and Lively, and so. I personally believe that they can make the push to the championship and win it, man. You got a starting 5 of Kyrie Irving, possibly Klay Thompson, P.J. Washington, who've been playing great since Luka's been out, and then Anthony Davis as your 4, and either Derek Lively or Daniel Gafford at your 5. That I don't know too many teams competing with that. Maybe the Nuggets. I don't know, man. I think they're gonna take it all the way. They really got a chance. The only team that probably could step in their way is maybe Boston, but they don't got no answer for Anthony Davis. There ain't nothing Kristaps Porzingis finna do with Anthony Davis. So, I mean, hey man, we just gotta wait and see. You gotta monitor the league. The NBA trade deadline is a reality TV show, so you never know who might get put here, who might get put there to, alter things. But as of right now, I would say the Mavericks is a favorite to make it to the championship. And for Nico Harrison's sake, boy, they better hope that they win in these next 2 to 5 years, because, boy, if they don't, he better pack his bag and look for a new job, because they is going to kill him if they don't win. And then Luka end up winning, and, yeah, he better hope that they do win. But I do believe that they going to win. Now, we got to talk about De'Aaron Fox to the Spurs and Zach LaVine to the Kings. I like the De'Aaron Fox move to the Spurs. He told the Kings that he wasn't planning on signing that extension, which I get it. You pair them up with Wemby, who's, people expect in about 3 to 5 years to be the best player in the world. So you have that dynamic duo of them two right there. I feel like right now that don't really push the needle for them to get to where they want to be. Maybe they definitely gonna make the playoffs, but maybe I believe that you need to add another big to get alongside Wemby, another talented wing maybe to really push the needle in the West, because the West is crazy, man. You never know what's gonna happen. Like I said, you got an Anthony Davis with the Mavericks, so you never know. And then for the Kings side of things, I'm not too sure what's the goal here. Are you gonna move Sabonis? Are you gonna keep Sabonis, DeRozan? What are you gonna do? Because you traded a 25 point per game scorer for another 25 point per game scorer, but he's a 2 guard. At least you had a point guard. Now you have no point guard. Malik Monk is a scorer. He's a 2 guard. DeMar DeRozan, 2 guard. You got 3 2 guards essentially. I don't get why they didn't ask for Stephon Castle. I would have asked for him. That made more sense, to have a point guard in there. But we just gotta see, man. You never know. I don't know what their goal is, though. Like I said, what's the move? I mean, maybe it's like putting all that scoring around Sabonis. They view him as like a Jokic type who could just, you don't really need a point guard. You get all these guys involved, but we just gotta wait and see. Yeah, that's gonna be interesting. But the Spurs definitely got their two pieces that they built for, and you know, this is De'Aaron Fox. He back in Texas. That's where he's from. So, hey, we just gotta wait and see what's gonna happen. I feel like LaVine would have been a better fit for a team like the Warriors or maybe the Bucks or somebody like that. But hey, we just gotta wait and see in that. But nobody really cared about that trade. That trade got overshadowed through because of the Luka and the AD trade. But we just gotta keep looking and seeing what's gonna happen next. Now, with that being said, I want to touch on the Zion Williamson. Zion Williamson said, and this is another player saying about the back-to-backs situation, and it sucks because it's like these are stars. Like Joel Embiid said it in the beginning. He said in the beginning of the year about I believe the team released. The team said it. Team released and said that Joel Embiid won't be playing back-to-backs, and it's like, man, this man just played a whole Olympics. Like, why is he not healthy? Why is he not playing the back-to-backs? Like, as a fan, that hurts. Like, you know what I'm saying? We don't get to see our best player, and y'all just made all these moves trying to, you know, compete for a championship. Why is he not playing? That just throws out the chemistry. But he later came out and said that that's a team decision. So, and then now we have another player, Zion Williamson, saying that if I could play in the back-to-backs, I would. Physically, yes, I can. But I work for the Pelicans. So I feel like a lot of times players get too much flack for like, oh, he don't want to play. He, you know, he's soft. He always hurt, da da da. And yes, Zion do have his moments where he's always been hurt or where he's always, you know, out for games. But as we see, it's like these are these owners and these teams that's controlling this. Like, hey, sit out. Hey, we don't need you. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, we don't need, and I get it, that's their investment, but it's like, it's watering down the game and it's making the game terrible, along with, you already got, like, the ratings and everything, that being down, that does not help. Like, people want to see these stars play. And then you have to take into account that the analytics is really driving the game. Like, threes is all over the place. Like, I was watching a game last night. It's a 3-on-1 fast break, the Lakers versus Dallas Mavericks. Rui Hachimura threw the ball out to Gabe Vincent for a three, and it's like, bro, go get a layup. So you got that messing the game up, these nerds over here trying to move it with the analytics, and then these stars not playing. And honestly, I don't understand why, because you have a not so grueling training camp. Y'all barely practice, so it's like your body should be a little bit more fit and ready for the 82 game season. But when you're not doing all this and you're not playing and you're not preparing, your body can't really hold up because it's not used to it. But you also had the owners saying, hey, we need to sit this guy out. This guy don't need to play this amount of games. Hey, don't play this back-to-back. So that's never going to help. And it's just really making the game worse. Like, and it really sucks to a fan. Like, I just went to a Denver Nuggets game last month. And Jokic, he always plays. Like, he's known, like, he don't really miss games. He's one of the stars that, like, he plays. He's going to play majority of the season. But my first time going to see him play, like my first NBA game in a long time since I was a kid, an hour come to the game, they say that he out. He out for his elbow. For your elbow? What are we talking about? Your elbow, man. If you don't put some icy hot on there and put an elbow pad on, like, what are you doing? I came to see Jokic, the MVP. I didn't come to see Westbrook. I love Westbrook, all that. Jalen Green was playing. They was playing the Rockets. It's beautiful. But I came to see the best player in the league. And so that I can only assume that the team told him, hey, man, sit out, you know what I'm saying, whatever. But I watched him play the night before against Dallas, and he did not hurt his elbow. At least I didn't see it. Like, he didn't come out the game for it. So it's like, man, come on, what are we doing? Like, Allen Iverson, Kobe Bryant, all these players used to play through injuries. Like they say Allen Iverson used to get big knots on his elbows, play through it. Like everybody's hurt. Like I would know that because I used to play ball. You know what I'm saying? Got them AAU games back to back. Like my body hurt, everything hurt. Roll your ankle, you keep playing, but it's these owners, man. So I feel like the players shouldn't get as much flack. I think definitely the owners, people have to start paying attention to the fact that the owners control it. These are their investments. So, but I think Adam Silver has to do something. You know, he gotta get in and figure this thing out because nobody wants to keep, you know, seeing their stars not playing, and that's probably part of why the ratings are down. So, yeah. With that being said, let's move on to the next thing, man. We got Super Bowl coming up, man. Pat Mahomes done did it again. If I don't know, man, if he win this third one, nobody has ever did a three-peat. No team in the NFL, and NFL is way, like football in general is way more difficult to go back to back and all of that than it is in the NBA. Like it's a lot of things that gotta go right. Everybody gotta be healthy, but with people not being healthy, Pat's just seemed to get it done. Like the man figured it out. So we got him versus the Eagles. Man, I love the way the Eagles been playing, especially Saquon. I would love for Saquon to get a ring, but dog, it's gonna be hard to beat that man at 15. And so if he wins again for a three-peat, it's a conversation. Like Brady, we love Brady, but I feel like, man, hey, this man is only 29, I think, or let me make sure I'm not telling no lie. Let me make sure I'm not telling no lie. Yes, Pat is only 29. 29, he got about 7, 8, maybe 10. I even say 10 for real. 10 more years to play. If he gets this three-peat, that's 4 rings. Brady got 7. You got a long time frame to get to where you want to be. With 7, at least time or pass him. So, in my personal opinion, I say he win this three-peat right now, man. He the GOAT. I ain't gonna lie. Argue with your mama. He the GOAT, man. So, and it's undeniable. So, I believe so. But I think it's gonna be a great game, though. I think it's gonna be a great game. Jalen Hurts is gonna have to play like he did the last time they met. Saquon don't have to keep being Saquon, but it's gonna be hard against that defense. He definitely gonna have to mix it up like he did against was it the Commanders when he was throwing? They was hitting on all cylinders. So you definitely gonna need all of that against KC, and the defense gonna have to come to play, boy, because 15 ain't no joke. All right. So now we got game picks. Let's go, man. We got game picks of the week, man. Let's go. So first for NBA, we got 76ers versus Pistons. Oh, no. Let me go in order. So we got Cavs versus Wizards. I'm taking Cavs all day by 100. Spurs versus Hornets. I'm gonna go Spurs. Spurs gonna get it done by 100. Hornets trash. 76ers versus Pistons. I'm gonna go. Joel Embiid just played last night, but I don't know if I don't know if he gonna play. Not last night, but 2 nights ago. I don't know if he gonna play. Cade has been balling. The Pistons been playing, so I'm gonna go Pistons. You got Bucks, Hawks. I've been seeing some talks about the Hawks trying to get some people, so I don't know. Bucks just got Kyle Kuzma. Touch on that real quick after I say the game picks. I'm gonna touch on that, but I'm gonna go Bucks. Heat versus Nets. I'm gonna go Heat. Raptors versus Thunder by 100. Jazz versus the Suns. I'm gonna go Suns. Boy, Jazz is trying to get Cooper Flag. They is not trying to win no games. So before we get up out of here, let me talk about the Kyle Kuzma trade. I mean, I like it. You get off of Chris Middleton, you don't really have to worry about Dame and Giannis having to do so much. I mean, Kyle could be a nice little solid third option. He's 6'10", so he can defend multiple positions. I know he happy, boy, because playing down there in Washington, boy, that's got to be like playing in hell. So I know he's glad to get up out of there. But do it push the needle? I'm not too sure if it pushed the needle for me. I think the Bucks definitely could challenge the Celtics. It really just depends on seeding. Like, you really just got to see it depend on seeding. So we got to see how that's going to turn out. Maybe, but I like Boston versus the Nets in the Eastern Conference Finals. We'll see, though. It's definitely going to be a problem. You got Dame and Giannis, but they're going to have to figure out how they're going to work all this when Kyle comes. So that's my thoughts on that. Yep, that's the show for today. I am your host, Tajari Green. This is the Holla Back Podcast. If you're watching on YouTube, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Don't forget to share. Follow us on Instagram at Holla Back Podcast. Follow us on TikTok at Holla Back Pod. And like the name of the show goes, I'll holla back with y'all next week. Y'all be easy, man.